This is the only time in our trip where we've stayed 2 nights in one place. Well, we did in La Crosse, but that was a little different. We were staying with family in La Crosse. This is the first campground we've stayed in for 2 nights. And we did a bit of riding yesterday. We went into town. We went into a town called Acme. We went into Traverse City, rode around there. Tonight we're heading up to, I think it's called Suttons Bay. So this will actually be a long trip. This will be 20 miles one direction. I really don't know anything about it. I'm not even sure if the name of it is Suttons Bay, so let's find out. Let's go for a ride. All right, we are on our way. We rode up into Traverse City last night, rode around the town a little bit. It's pretty. I didn't record any of it, so I figured we'd be doing it today. You know, another path, another bay, another marina, another several $1 million worth of yachts. My mileage today is at 59.58. It just seemed like we got up over 5,000 miles so quickly. But you know, life gets in the way. It's taken forever to get it up over 6,000. So it should happen today. I'm thinking, but it's 21 miles to Suttons Bay. So we're talking 42-mile round trip. Yeah, it should be happening just as we roll back in the lot if we don't do any side trips. Loaded for bear today. I got extra camera batteries with me. I got the hover air with me and an extra battery. I got my USB air pump. I'm all equipment out today.
Well, that's not something that I expected to see on the trail.
No, not at all. On your left. Wow. You see, I work in rehab, so I see rollators every day. And it's typically not used by people who are going to head out onto a trail and go for a long walk with their driving gloves on. Good for him to get out here, get some exercise. He has a little safety net with him in case he needs to take a break. Good on him. All these planetary things they have on here. I didn't find Mars or Earth, or I don't know where they put them. But there's no way of saying the name of that planet that someone isn't going to go, huh, he said.
Oh, I remember this from the first time we were here.
Yeah. It was so stinking hot.
Oh.
Like 90 degrees.
Melting.
It was 4 miles into town. Oh, 4 miles in the heat. We're dying.
We were dying. I was dying.
You were dying. I was just fine. Because I'm awesome.
I was on a bike that had one speed, my own.
That's what you asked for. You insisted.
You're right, I did. And it gave me the confidence to have this fantastic bike now. So. And I needed to have that transition bike, you know? There were days whenever, like yesterday, whenever we were in Traverse City and going around on streets and everything, it still makes me nervous.
I understand, and that's why I try to avoid them as much as I can, but when you're not allowed on the sidewalk, and we did do a little sidewalk riding, but we also went at 2 miles per hour.
Yes, yes. And when it clearly said, you know, no riding, we walked our bikes. Because there was no bike lane there, and there was a lot of congested traffic, a lot of people pulling in and out of parking spaces, you know?
That's how I learned to ride, you know?
I had the best place in the world as a little kid to learn to ride a bike was Applewall. You can't get lost. All the streets are flat except the hill by the store, and that was like, I don't know, from here to the stop sign away.
Saturn! This one I can say.
The 6th planet. So what I was remembering...
So what you were saying,
what I was remembering, the day that I got my driver's license, you know, they punch a hole through your old license. And I thought, wouldn't be a bad idea for me to carry the one with the hole punched in it on my bike.
Huh? That wouldn't be bad.
You know, to have some identification isn't a bad thing.
Well, that's what I was thinking doing with my old one. I don't know what I did with it now. I was gonna laminate it and put a list of my meds on it.
Ah, a walk again.
We do. They're waiting for us. You know, it's funny because whenever I stop like that, they always look at me like, will you please go? You know, because there's a law here that you have to stop for people in the crosswalk.
Yeah.
But I don't trust that they're going to.
No, not
I have to stop and look and make sure they're not going to run me over. Jupiter.
Jupiter. I did that the last time.
This is where we made our mistake last night. We went across here, we went down, I'm pretty sure that must be Railroad Avenue over there. And then we continued on that way. And Railroad Avenue is going to take us down towards the bay and the marina, and then we'll be able to follow the trail up that way. But it does get very confusing because there are a lot of green squiggly lines on the map. Another detour. Oh, through here maybe? Oh, this is crazy. Look, but there are bike tracks through here. Alright, let me check my map. So we're trying to figure out a way around because they didn't even bother making a detour. I checked on Google Maps and it goes right through all that mess there. Yeah, let's go down that alley. Underpass the beach and Tart Trail. See, we were just over there. We had to go through all that to get to here.
I like the underpasses.
I figured you would. That's why I wanted to go this way. We could have come down through there, but we didn't.
Oh, how pretty.
Okay, tuck my head down. We're gonna be way up there. Up there. Out of Pittsburgh. So there was a way through there. However that works. See, I don't know if we're on the trail or not. There have been no markings. Didn't see any place where we left it. This is the way to go because the harbor's still on my right. I'm never fond of riding on highways, but this is a nice wide paved shoulder and we can keep to the right and the cars aren't going umpty 11 miles an hour. Alright, so it's not that the trail goes on the highway, it's just I did not see where the Leelanau Trail departed. And we've been riding on this highway for miles and miles, and my wife is good with it. She's feeling pretty comfortable. It is a nice wide shoulder, and it is a beautiful view, and some beautiful homes, and no one's acted oddly on the road. I did look up, we could have gone over, taken one of these side roads and picked up the trail. We'll take the trail on the way back. He is not feeling the need to head up towards the trail. So we'll ride into town, maybe take a little break and head on back. So that's where we should have come out. Oopies. Here we go. In this way. Look at this, it's paved.
This is lovely.
It's a speed limit of 10.
Wow. Well, we're speeding, I don't care.
4th Street Trailhead, Leelanau Trail, Tart Trails, Leo Creek Preserve.
No snowmobiles allowed. Huh.
I kind of have a hard time today.
Nice art piece there.
Leo Creek Preserve.
Remember I straightened my handle, my grips before we started? I just had to straighten them again.
Yeah.
So this is Suttons Bay.
Suttons Bay, yes.
Okay. I like that.
That's nice. That's one way.
Nice.
It's very wide. This is the whole lane wide.
Yeah, it's great.
And there are highways in West Virginia that aren't this wide.
Yeah, and I think we traveled.
About this wide with gravel on each edge.
Yep.
Get over when someone's coming.
Yep. It's a tunnel of trees.
It's a tunnel of trees. All right, then let's recap the week. We started out at a rest stop. We didn't do any riding there.
No, but it was such a nice rest stop.
That was a
Kudos
cool rest
to
stop.
Indian Meadows on the Ohio Turnpike.
Yeah, Ohio Desert Ride. Big fan of Ohio. Then from there we went to Butte and we stayed at Heritage Pond Campground.
And it was very nice.
And it was not paved, but it was a nice trail. We didn't go too very far. We rode into Dubuque itself. Cute little town.
Beautiful.
Then we beat feet for lacrosse, but you know, we got to spend time with family. We did a little bit of the Sparta Elroy, which also would have been nice had we been able to go further. Granddaddy of bike trails, bicycling center of America.
The very first one, right?
That's what they say. That's the hype. And then from there we went to the Anape Trail. We rode into Algoma, which was a cute little town. Trying to ride into Sturgeon Bay was, man, now you guys got to do some work on that trail. That was just kind of nasty.
Yeah, it was a little bit of a disappointment.
And then especially the trail itself was nasty, and we could see that rain was working its way in. Can you imagine those
That water damage?
the gutters, the ravines that were, if they were filled with water?
Yeah, it would have been wicked.
We would have had a lot of bad words to say. I think what we need to do is plan a holiday where we do a little bit of leapfrogging like that, but not as far as we did this time.
Yeah,
You know, a big jump and then maybe an hour or two or an hour or two. That way we can spend a little more time in the little towns that we see and not just go through and go, okay, it's cute, let's go. Got miles to go.
I agree.
Riding the Anape was a bit of a disappointment. And then we rode around the little town of Manistee. It's not a trail, it's just we went for a ride around the little town. Then we did a little bit of riding around Traverse City yesterday. Did this long haul today. And that's pretty much it. After this, we gotta beat feet back to Pittsburgh. We'll be staying in, called Sterling Bay?
State Park.
Sterling State Park on Lake Erie.
Saw more cherry trees than I've ever seen in my life on this trip.
A lot of cherry trees.
That's pretty. Well, that's odd. He's got the tarp trail thing. Oh, they're mowing grass. Maybe a race?
A race or probably a turnaround.
Okay. And somebody eclectic whimsy. Polish acres.
Just with the lines across the road, I thought maybe it was a turnaround.
Yeah.
Couldn't be a start because too far away from where people would park.
Mom's like, oh, they're not that bad. They're just those things.
Look at that.
Well, hello there, girl.
That's got to be the closest I've ever had one allow me to get on the trail.
Yes.
We've gotten closer in our backyard.
Yes. But that fawn was smart. She got off into where she felt she was hidden. Smart little fawn. Glad you enjoyed the trail today.
Today, won't you do your part to help it stay? Please support TART.
Is it a water wheel?
It is. It looks like it's under their deck.
Wow, beautiful flowers.
You know I gotta look. It's been remodeled inside.
Does that look nice?
It's all right. This is where we left it.
Yep.
When you said it was over there, I just thought you meant the other sidewalk.
That's all right. What we did was fantastic.
And I didn't want to cross over because there are more streets over here. More street crossing, you don't have many over there. I didn't realize it was a complete departure. We are in the final stretch here. And we are getting much closer to the campground. I just turned over 59.99. Any minute now. Hello.
Here's Saturn.
Here's Saturn. $6,000 miles.
Congratulations! So now it says 0, huh?
No, it says 6,000.
You're kidding. I thought it was supposed to 0 out.
Well, I don't know what it's going to do. I've heard different stories. But if it's going to 0 out again, it's going to do it at 6,200.
Okay.
So we'll see in another 200 miles if it goes back to 0. Alright. 43.5 miles to Suttons Bay and back.
There we are.
Home again, jiggity jig. What a great ride and what a great day and what great company. Oh, look at us burning again. Well, maybe a beer. I could go for a beer. What an awesome ride.
43.3 miles.
Interesting. I have 43.7. That's because I always go further than you. I always go the extra half a mile. Okay, wow, what a week. What a week it's been. Kind of reviewed them before. I don't feel the need to review them now. Tomorrow's a big push. Oh, you need keys. She needs keys. Gotta go. Mow they. Sterling State Park in Monroe, Michigan. This is it, man. This is the last night of our vacation. Bummer, man. Tomorrow we do the long drive back to Pittsburgh. Not a rail trail we're doing here, but there are some trails through town and into Monroe. So we're just gonna pop around the park and have a little bit of fun. So let's see more. Let's go for a ride. In my explanation of RVs the other day, that was one I didn't have the opportunity to point out. It's what they call a schoolie, converted school bus. All right, we're gonna head off through the park here. I'm at 6,003 miles on my bike. This is Lake Erie. Michigan is lucky enough to have, what, 4 Great Lakes, such as Michigan, of course, and Erie, and Huron, and Superior. I do believe this is it right here.
Is this it?
I do believe. Came up here a couple of years ago. I mean, I don't know what's wrong with people. I went into the bathroom to take a shower. Someone had left a cow patty on the floor. Crying out loud, the toilet's 20 feet away. They left a splat there. I mean, it looks like someone walked a cow in.
I remember all the bunnies that we saw.
A lot of bunnies, a lot of birds. I seem to remember a couple of these loops we couldn't do because this place was flooded. I remember a picnic table that was half submerged. These benches, water was up to the seats.
Yeah.
Well, it's always a beautiful sight. It's got to be done. Gotta be somewhere. Straight ahead of me, look at that power tower. You have 3 legs. It is between, you got legs 1, 2, and 3, just underneath legs 2 and 3, walking to the left. This would appear to be where it goes into town. Would you like to go into town?
Sure. I will follow you anywhere you go. Please don't take me across that busy highway.
I think the highway is right next to us. I think so. I had a premonition. No bicycles.
No bicycles. Okay. Never mind. The Sawyer Homestead.
$18.80. This is 1817. Frenchie's 1970 coins and stamps. Well, that's neither a coin nor a stamp, but this is the River Raisin, or Raisin River. One of them. So this trail isn't really so much built for speed, but it's meant for going slow and looking at stuff. Here's where we came from the right. Gonna go back this way?
Sure.
It loops around this marsh.
Oh, there's more of those birds. They really show
Oh,
up pretty.
there they go. In some of these places, the water, so the trail's actually falling into the water.
Yeah,
You-
it's scary on some
You could get wet. What did that boy say when he asked about my videos?
Oh, do you do intense rides?
Do you do intense rides? We were riding through the campground, and a couple little boys came up to us and saw the GoPro on top of my helmet. I wasn't recording because I'm not always recording, which is funny because, well, ooh, ow. Well, I wish I'd seen it sooner. Ow. Yeah. Anyway, people think I'm recording. And the two little boys came up and they asked me if I was recording. And they asked me what I did record, and I told them my bicycle rides. And the one boy said to me, "Do you do intense rides?" I said, "Son, I'm 63 years old. I don't do intense anything." So my wife gave them a couple cards so they could watch some of my videos. I doubt they'll watch more than 30 seconds of them. Wow, I wish I'd seen that coming.
Wish you had too.
Oh,
You already went off the trail twice.
I saw that ditch there, and all I could do was my best effort at popping a wheelie on the 70-pound bicycle so I could get my front end over there. My back end would follow. Oh. Oh. All right. I've had about enough of this. I'm going into the water.
There.
The pretty yellow flowers on the water lilies. Look at them rising up so high. You know, usually you just see them floating on the water. You don't see them shooting up above the water surface.
That's very pretty. Maybe not. Wow, big no.
I can't believe she just stood there.
Run, buddy. Run, buddy. Wow, that was huge.
And they just don't care.
You always tell the little ones it's stupid. They don't know which way to run.
You can always tell the little ones because they're little.
All right, smartass. Have you seen this many rabbits around lately? Where?
No.
There, I thought that other trail was the bunny trail. This is the bunny trail.
And there we are. Look at that cute little RV. There ends our family vacation, my friends. I might take a few photos on the trip home, but we're mostly just going to be making time over the Ohio Turnpike. Got miles to go before we do more further work to put this thing away till the next time we take it out. It's been a great week and a half. We've had a ball. But now it's time to go. Mow they.